What's up, everybody? Bluegabe. And no, this is not a Spanish moss catch, clean, and cook. We're up here on the river in Central Florida. We got my good buddy T-Rev. Look at him.
I'm already fishing.
We've got the airboat. We're gonna catfish, tell some stories. I even brought a cast net because you missed one?
Yeah, I missed.
Because right behind us there's a little body of water that's starting to dry up and there's thousands of fish rolling, and we're gonna see what's in that. First though, I'm gonna build me a little fire because I want to cook a whole catfish over a fire right here on this riverbank like people would have hundreds and hundreds of years ago. We're gonna gut it, stick it on a palm frond, and cook it right here on this fire. Now this Spanish moss is gonna burn pretty hot and pretty fast, but it won't last long. It'll all be gone in a matter of minutes. We don't have much to work with firewood, but we're right here next to the water. In case something gets out of control, we can put it out. Let me get the lighter. We thought we forgot a lighter and I was gonna have to rub two sticks together. Luckily, that's not gonna happen. Y'all check out the boat. This thing is built for what I do. Storage out the yin yang. I can hold all kinds of gear, coolers, anything I need, I can put in this boat. And even if we take some water over the side, it won't get inside the boat because these hatches close.
Kind of smells good.
They say Spanish moss is good to get rid of mosquitoes.
It's also a good place for you to get some chiggers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, if you ain't had them up around your area, you don't want them.
Whoa.
Oh, what you got?
I don't know. I got a fish.
It's a good one.
Oh, there's our dinner right there. Look at that. You just ended up on Bluegabe and didn't even know it. He's going on a stick on top of that fire. Look right there. See him? There's literally thousands of them. Now the last video I did up here is well over 2 million views. We happened to kill a turkey in that video. We caught some turtles and we didn't have any rod holders. So this time I beat down these 4 stakes. So Kelly and I and Trevor can sit down, relax, and talk to y'all without having to hold on to these rods, because that is a small catfish, but there are some huge ones that live here. And I think as it gets closer to dark, the big ones will start biting.
How come we tied that near me and I can't get away real good in case a bunch of gators come up here?
Yeah.
Why'd y'all do that?
So for those of y'all that don't know, Trevor fell out of a tree stand, what, 2 months ago?
September 18th.
And shattered his ankle.
Yeah.
He wasn't being unsafe. He wasn't all the way up in the tree. He had just climbed up in the ladder and was cleaning the pine needles out so people like us could come and sit and not have a dirty butt, and he slipped and fell out. And he actually landed on soft ground and didn't hurt himself, but his ankle hit an oak tree root and exploded. Now he's gimpy to us.
Yeah, he'll be all right. I'm still out here. I ain't letting it whoop me.
And just like that, we finally have a fire. Mr. Trevor told me to go get some palm fronds. Now I was being hard-headed, but I went and got some, and now we got it rolling. He's already caught a couple more catfish, and it's time for Kelly and I to start fishing, because I'm ready to eat. Come here and just show them the rig we're using. Right here, it's as simple as this. It's a chicken rig. I'm gonna put a weight right here and a hook right here, piece of earthworm, and that's all we need. You can come up here in a john boat, a canoe, but if you do come and you bring your kids, please, please, please tread lightly, because right now there's a little bit of a cool front, so these alligators aren't eating. But Mr. Trevor would not want to be sitting where he's sitting if it was hot and had been hot, because there are thousands upon thousands of alligators here. And a lot of people think, you see on like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, they share ginormous alligators and they think that's what it would take to eat you. A 6-foot alligator would catch you and kill you by himself. If you can tell, out in the river there's actually a little bit of current, so we're using about a 2-ounce lead just to keep it from dragging along the bottom so bad, because there's lots of old sticks and snags on the bottom. I can't wait to throw the cast net behind us in that little pothole. Just like so. Weight, I've got 20-pound fluorocarbon beyond braid now. The same people that make my braid that I use on my main line now make fluorocarbon. And if you want some, check the link in the description below. This stuff is really, really good. All right. Now, believe it or not, I actually feel bad killing these worms. I don't know why. Of all the things that I get, I feel bad for them. But here's the trick. You want to hook it and then thread it up the hook, or these catfish will suck it right off. And I fold it back a couple more times. Take it just like so. Cast it out. Put it in these rod holders and rig another one. Didn't you say you brought something to eat though, babe? What'd you bring?
I brought some snacks.
While we're fishing, Kelly's gonna get out the snacks that she brought. We have no idea what she has in that cooler, but I'm really interested. She said it's not something she's done with me since we've been together. So let's see, babe. Break it out.
At my snacks.
What'd you do?
I laughed at some. I've seen some of the stuff she eats. Too much green in it.
Too much green.
Too much green in it.
This has no green whatsoever.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You got one too?
Oh, come on.
And you ain't got one this big.
Oh, I got mine back. I got mine back.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you finally got one.
Look at that. Beautiful little, I'm pretty sure these are channel cats.
Some of these are mine. Got speckles on them. Ain't that a speckle or no?
Yeah, they got little spots.
I don't know. I want to say they're channel cats.
They're speckled catfish.
I'm going to go with it's a channel cat because I caught it in the channel. Ow, he's biting me. Y'all don't know what I'm about to do with that joker right there. We're going back primitive. Primitive? Primitive. Right here on Bluegabe. What do you think, buddy? You got anything to say?
Gabe finally gets to put one on the stringer.
Yeah. We ain't been fishing 5 minutes and look at this. We already got a meal fit for a king. Hey, what do you think them first explorers that came into Florida, what do you think they would have done for a mess of catfish like this?
They didn't have a 2-ounce weight and a number 1 mustad, I guarantee you.
Or an old salty reel?
No, they didn't have none of that.
Now, if a gator comes up here and gets this, we need to make a video, so don't let him have it.
Well, I can tell you what I'm going to do is get out of that chair and get back.
You can't do anything fast right now, Gimpy.
Well, I can dive.
I can dive.
Could you imagine if he had to bail out?
I would let y'all know. Make sure I grab one of y'all and pull you in front.
Think about though, right now, how many of y'all are watching? You know, like it's no BS. I've already showed you the footage. There's thousands upon thousands of alligators right here in this water. Could you stand and do what I'm doing right now though? What do you?
You're standing right in my way.
Oh yeah, there's one right there. Could you stand here with your back to the wall and not have anxiety? Now, here's a fun fact about me. I could swim across that and it not even bother me. If it wasn't so cold and I'd freeze to death if I did, I could swim across it. Put me on a big bridge or in a building and I'll crumble like a baby. Put one of them things with ice cream on it and this, you know, the thing that goes through an ice cream, freaks me out. But alligators.
Whoa, I don't know this about you. So
Be quiet.
What about ice cream? What? A cone? You don't like a cone?
Yeah, I don't like cones. I hate them. They're gross. They're terrible.
Say it, Trevor.
A cone?
Yeah, they freak me out. Catch your fish and be quiet.
Popsicle sticks.
Ah!
Had to
But
do
anyhow, leave a comment below and tell me, could you stand right here and not have anxiety? Doesn't bother me even the slightest.
it. We need to tend the fire.
Oh, it's just getting good.
Can I finish my snack?
Yep. Babe, what is this?
We have some French brie cheese with some fig, a little bit of this sweet chili sauce that you've probably seen on Bluegabe's channel before, some Ritz crackers, and some white bread.
Trevor,
Yeah.
what about this?
I've had it before.
Did you expect to have it out here on the river?
Not on the river. It might be the first time anybody's ever ate brie out here. I gotta give it that much.
Yeah, the first time Bree's ever been ate off of an airboat
That was some chili sauce.
on the Kissimmee River. Babe, I've got worm dirt all over my fingers. Can you scoop me some of that brie on a cracker, please?
Put it on a cracker, dude. The wind's picking up.
Oh my goodness, that looks like heaven on earth.
with a little bit of worm dirt.
There is worm dirt on my hand. And that is amazing.
We fancy out here.
Fancy like Applebee's. Oh, Gabriella. Little peckerwood. If I'd have got my shoe wet.
If you weren't gimpy right now, you might have went swimming.
You have it coming to you though.
Yo, who you done?
What do I owe him for the last time? What did I do to you the last time? I can't remember.
I don't rightly remember either.
Good, that's a good thing.
But when it does come back, you're not going to enjoy it. And we're going to get it all on film. Huh?
Oh yeah, when I wiped
Oh yeah, the hawk on me. That's coming too.
How did you forget that? Bread or cracker?
Cracker.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Don't get no better.
That's good. What kind is that?
This is fig.
I'll stick with the jelly.
Yeah, I like fig.
That's good, real good.
Now, Bluegabe, you gotta try it with a fig, because when I got the fig in the grocery store yesterday, he was kind of weirded out. He was like, what?
Uh-oh. What are they doing now?
Caribou?
I was looking at my rod tip.
Brie and fig.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We got one?
Nibble and nibble.
Oh yeah. Nope. I definitely like the pepper sauce better.
See, I think it's just the sweetness I love.
Oh. Nope, missed him. I still got my bait. See, if you thread it on there, they can't get it off as easy. I'm gonna go over to the big hole. Y'all watch this right here. Right over Trevor's line, right over there into that little current. It's deeper. So right now the river's super shallow. And you'll notice on the inside of the turn, it's real shallow, and on the outside of the turn, it's deeper. That's because the water comes around, hits that bank, and keeps going. The sand will build up on this side and be deeper on this side.
Bring him over here. I'll take him off for you. Oh yeah.
Trevor will put him in some grease and fry him.
I mean, I don't know what y'all knocking these things for.
I did. I ordered them at the Catfish house the other day in Hope Sound.
Ordered them. Could have come out here and got you on.
Well, you, my little catfish, are too little. Ooh, that water is cold. Goodbye.
Yeah, Kelly just caught her a good one, and as she was fighting it, a really big gator popped up right there. He's just right around the corner from us, keeping his eye on us. That's the one thing about an alligator. You can't trust them. They're always watching, and they're always waiting for their moment. They're cold-blooded, meaning they don't have to do anything in a hurry. But when they launch their attack, they can do it in a hurry. So I'm whittling down my palm frond to cook my catfish on. I've always wanted to do this just because it reminds me of true old Florida. And really anywhere in the world, this is how the first, humans cooked. You can make these pretty sharp too. Just about like that. But, oh!
Hey, come on. We got a long...
Where are you heading right then, Kelly?
It's alright, I bought a whole pack of popsicle sticks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a buttercat.
Ooh, a
That's
flathead?
Go to the house. That'll go to the house.
Why isn't your rod in the water?
Because I caught all the fish, I got to give y'all a chance to do something.
A butter or...
I mean, because you're going to go back and hold that up in a thumbnail and say, look what I did today.
A buttercat.
Is this also a flathead or no?
It looks like a flathead, but it's what we call a buttercat.
Aww. We should... This makes me want to set up a freshwater tank. It'd be so cool swimming around. Y'all already got your hand dirty.
Whoa! All right, here goes nothing. All I did was pop his guts out. And I'm gonna put him right on this stick. If I can get it in there long ways. Yeah, right here. There we go. There we go. No seasonings, no nothing. I can tell y'all one thing. I wish my palm frond stick was a little bit longer.
I'm thinking why you cut one.
Yeah, this joker is hot.
You can lay him on that fire right there on them coals.
You think?
Yeah. Oh, that's neat.
I guess that's how they used to do it. I'm pretty curious to see how he tastes with no seasonings. Now, we did bring some garlic salt to put on him after the fact. But as far as cooking, we left the skin on, we just took the guts out. So one of the cool things about Mr. Trevor, and I think one of the cool things about myself, neither one of us have any kind of education. And I know...
No, I did go to high school. I don't know about you.
I dropped out in 9th grade.
No, I finished. I'm not a quitter.
But my point behind the story is these days in 2021, you hear of all these people with so much college debt. Now, I'm not against anybody going to college, so don't think that I'm about to start preaching, don't go to college, and all you kids need to go to school. But how did you end up making your living? How did you get a start?
A lot of people's help. I mean, first off, you better have a work ethic. I mean, I worked several different jobs, and me and one of my friends, AJ Smith, were driving one day, going to Texas, and we seen a grinder on the side of the road, and we pulled over and talked to the guy and ended up purchasing one and ran the business together for a little bit, and then I ended up buying AJ out. And
what kind of grinder?
at that time I was using an ASV.
No, but what did you grind with it?
Oh, bushes, whatever, you know. Anything you see around here in Florida, we ground it up. Oak trees, small oak trees, clearing lots, underbrush and stuff. And then gradually it just got bigger and bigger. And you know, at that, when everything gets bigger and bigger, you got to get more money and more money. Well, thank God that the bank I deal with loaned me enough money to get to where I am today, and I paid my bills. That's the first thing. If you ain't paying your bills, they ain't gonna loan you no more money. And that's pretty much how I got started. And I also have a real estate license.
So you do real estate too?
Mm-hmm. Just big parcels of land, no houses or anything.
Now, Trevor's done very well for himself. He has a ranch out in Sebring, Florida, where Kelly killed her turkey, and he's allowed Jake to hunt, and he's got that big, beautiful lease, and he's done it all without a college education. And again, I'm not saying don't go to college. So if you kids right now looking at your parents like, I don't need to go.
Everyone's different.
Everybody's different, but one thing you need to succeed in life is worth ethic, and he said that a minute ago. I think Trevor and I both, and Kelly behind the camera, there's weeks where we work 60, 70 hours a week.
Or more than that, or stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning wondering, how am I going to make this happen for tomorrow? And or 2 or 3 in the morning, you're working on a machine because you told the man you're going to be there on such and such date.
For all you kids out there, if you want nice things, there's only one way to do it, and that's to work extremely, extremely hard. Whether you go to college, you need to work hard in college. Whether you just finish high school, you're gonna have to work hard to do that. But when you get into the real world, trust me when I say, and your parents will probably tell you the same, it's nothing like what you see on the internet. This life that Kelly and I live and these boats that we have, none of it comes free. It's all from crazy, crazy amounts of work. And
Christ.
Yeah, you know, and believing in God and having faith. A lot of people are like, why you believe in God? It's more about having faith, something to be excited about, something to give you hope. But when it really boils down to it, it's from a whole lot of hard work. We love coming up here on the river, but we got to work before we come. And right now we're working. Kelly's literally standing over a fire. Let me see the camera. She's standing over this hot fire filming me talk to y'all. So if I could give you any advice, and I know a ton of y'all work crazy hard now, so don't think that I don't think you're working, but for those of you younger people watching, if you want to get what we have, it's going to take a lot of work, but you can definitely do it. Look at that though, he's coming out good and toasty. Babe, I'm going to let you have the first bite.
At least it's not turtle.
She did bring some cheese she could put on, or some of that pepper sauce.
Yeah, that pepper sauce would be good on there.
Yeah, we just doused him in pepper sauce because I can tell you that's probably gonna taste like some of that Crocodile Dundee stuff that was on that movie at one time. That Aborigine, what he told him.
Look at that. It's coming out good. No, I think it's about another 2 or 3 more minutes. It'll be ready. I tell you who has the most interesting story, and I'm going to get Kelly to do a video of it. If you hear her story on how she got to where she is now, dealing with anxiety from filming, and she wasn't huge into, she didn't grow up being around a lot of people. Like Trevor and I grew up, our parents would go to deer camp or wherever we would go, and we would just talk to anybody. Our dad would put us in anybody's truck, you know, whether we were hunting or...
Never met a stranger.
Yeah, we never met a stranger. Kelly grew up literally the exact opposite. So for you to see her on camera now acting the way she is a big milestone, because she didn't grow up like that. And her and I were talking about it last night. She's like, man, I still struggle with it. And I deep down think we all struggle with it. You know, some of us just deal with it a little bit easier. So definitely, if you're watching this, you're not alone if you're shy or, you know, camera shy. If you didn't grow up like we did, you got to just start somewhere, and the only way that's going to happen is by getting out and doing it. Wouldn't you agree, babe?
Yep, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. That's exactly what I did. And not so much uncomfortable to where you, like, I don't know, it's got to be the, how do I say this? Uncomfortable, meaning it's going to make you better.
Not in your wheelhouse. Not what you do every day. Do something outside of what you do every day.
Outside of the box. So I would force myself to like work booths at shows, like talk to people, interact with people, and I did not like it at all, but I knew in the long run it was going to make me better.
Better than this Catfish is doing right now?
He did not think that what was going to happen at about what this time is, at 5:30?
Yeah, it's starting to look good. Look at that. I guarantee you it's going to be a little bit sandy, a little bit crunchy.
There wasn't no sand on that.
Look how that skin just peels away. Whew. Yeah, let me give it a little bit of, can y'all smell that? Well, since we forgot the garlic salt, we got us some tartar sauce, and just a little bit just to knock the edge off. Look right here. It's perfectly done. I mean, perfectly done. It don't get any fresher than that.
It was swimming about 30 minutes ago.
Huh. That right there is fit to eat. Look at that, babe. I guarantee you, you'll like it, because that's as good as any grilled fish you'd want to eat. For me to go back in for seconds, because I got a pretty sensitive stomach, you know it's got to be somewhat good. I think Kelly's about to be shocked. Like, it's really good. There's really no fishy taste to it.
It just tastes like white fish.
It's just a catfish cooked on the bank of the river. I guarantee you Trevor won't lie to us. Nope.
No, better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. So we just had a plan. We wanted to come up here on the river, show y'all.
Here, you got to try it with this.
All these alligators.
He's obsessed with this sauce.
Yes.
Remember when I found this sauce and I did my first video with it? I absolutely love it.
Do you remember what fish it was on?
No. So we wanted to come up here on the river, show y'all all these alligators, take a cool airboat ride, catch a few catfish, cook one on a palm prawn stick. Oh yeah.
That's where it's at.
That's where it's at. We got one more thing to do though. I covered most of the puddle. Florida is absolutely overrun with non-native species, and I imagine we just caught a couple of them. I can tell you there's not as much in there as I I was expecting. Heck, there's absolutely
Minnows?
there's nothing in there.
What?
How is that even possible?
There was so much stuff like boiling at the surface.
I swore to myself I wasn't gonna throw it twice because I don't want to get dirty.
Oh no.
But I can't do y'all like that.
Look at the little bait fish.
Look right here. Come here, babe. Come here. We did catch a couple. Look at these.
Oh yeah. That's what's in here.
One's in them armored.
Look at the grass shrimp, Trevor.
Oh.
Look at the grass shrimp.
Yep. A whole pile of them.
I mean, tons of them. That was the last thing I was expecting. Look at the grass shrimp.
Oh, I want to take them home.
Yeah, I know. We don't have an aerator though, but now we know we can come back.
Oh.
Little tilapia, a warmouth. This is a native.
It's a pretty fish.
Yeah.
So nothing big. It's like a little nursery.
I need to grab a bucket though and let these minnows back loose. I don't want them to die. All right. This is for y'all. I think there's more fish in here than I caught, so I want to change angles and try to cover this area from this side. Orange water's cold.
Yes, it is.
Huh. Here goes nothing. That's a big net. Here, I'll come over here and pull it. I got a log or something. Or maybe it's that grass.
Fish.
I got something.
Oh my god.
What on earth?
That's some log you got there.
Babe! Whoa! Trevor!
I see.
He's
How did
so
we do
cute.
that?
Better let him go.
I'm trying to get him out of there.
Look how
Kelly,
cute.
he's coming towards you.
Oh my gosh.
Aww.
Dang it. This was not what we had in mind.
He's so cute.
Hold on.
All right, Gimpy.
Yeah. Hold on, just get it there. Whoops,
Oh.
there we go.
Whoa.
Gosh, what a mess.
Look at the warmouth.
Look at this. We got a bunch of, now we caught the non-natives, y'all. Look at that.
Wow.
All tilapia, tilapia, tilapia.
That's what the gators eat.
Yep. That's why around every turn you see so many huge alligators on this river, because when it gets low like this, they can get in these little ponds and gorge themselves. Hey, what a way to end the video. You guys, I'm so thankful for y'all. Y'all watch everything I do, and even right now when YouTube's not doing very great, meaning a lot of people aren't getting a lot of views, I still am, and I'm so appreciative to that. Thanks for all the support for me, Kelly, my family, and everything else y'all do for us. But right now it's time to get up out of here and get the heck out of shape. We got a long ride back.